Hey there, Trailblazers. Welcome back to the Declarative Academy. In today's session, we're diving into one of the most fundamental and satisfying skills in Salesforce automation, building your very first flow. This project is called Collect Contact Info from Your User, and by the end of it, you'll have a working screen flow that captures user input, checks if that record exists, and either updates it or creates a new one, all without a single line of code. It's an essential building block for any aspiring Salesforce admin, and it's the perfect way to start understanding how Flow Builder thinks. Here's what we'll accomplish together. We'll capture information directly from a user using a screen flow. We'll query Salesforce to find a record that matches what they entered. Then, we'll decide whether to update that existing record or create a brand new one. Finally, we'll save that data back into Salesforce. By the end, you'll not only have a working flow, but also the confidence to start experimenting with your own. Before we get hands-on, go ahead and launch your Trailhead playground. You can do that by scrolling to the bottom of the project page and clicking Launch next to your playground name. Once that's ready, let's start building. In Salesforce, click the App Launcher. That's the grid icon in the top left corner of the screen. Type Automation in the search bar and select it from the list. In the Flows section, click New Flow. When the options appear, choose Screen Flow, then click Create. You'll now see the Flow Builder canvas with the start element already in place. Click the plus Add Element node just after it, and from the list of options, choose Screen. When the new screen window opens, give it a label, Contact Info. The API name will fill in automatically. You can leave it as it is. Click Done, and you'll see your first screen appear between the start and end nodes. Now let's save this flow so we can come back to it later. Click Save, enter the flow label as New Contact, and check that the API name shows New Contact. Click Save again, and your flow is ready for the next step. Now we need a place to store the data that users will enter, a record variable. On the left-hand side of Flow Builder, click the toggle toolbox icon to open the Manager tab, then click New Resource, and in the window that appears, fill in the details like this. For resource type, choose Variable. For API name, enter Contact. For data type, select Record, and for object, type, and select Contact. Click Done, and you'll see your contact variable appear in the Manager list. This is where the flow will temporarily store all the contact details before saving them into Salesforce. When you're done, don't forget to click Save to keep your progress. Now let's collect the user's name. Double-click the Contact Info screen to open it. In the Components panel on the left, search for Name and drag the Name component onto the canvas. In the Properties panel on the right, set the API name to Contact Name. Then scroll down, open the Advanced section, and make sure that Manually Assign Variables is selected. Next, link the user's input to your record variable. For first name, select the field contact and then first name. For last name, select the field contact and then last name. When that's done, click Done, then Save. And that's your first screen input ready, clear, simple, and connected. Next, we'll let users pick the contact's account from a drop-down list. Open the Contact Info screen again. In the Components pane on the left, search for Picklist and drag it just below the Name component. In the Properties panel, fill in the following details. For the label, type Account. For the API name, enter Account. For the data type, select Text. Now under Configure Choices, click New Choice Resource and fill in these details. For the resource type, choose Record Choice Set. For the API name, enter Accounts. For the object, select Account. Leave the condition requirements as None. This will include all account records. For the choice label, select Name. For the choice value, select ID. Next, under Store More Account Field Values, we'll tell Salesforce where to store the user's selection. For the field, choose ID. For the variable, select Contact and then Account ID. Click Done twice, then click Save again. Now, whenever a user selects an account from the pick list, Salesforce will automatically link that account's ID to the contact record held in the flow. Let's make the flow a bit smarter by adding a toggle. This toggle will let the user decide whether they want to update an existing contact or create a new one. Open the Contact Info screen again. From the Components pane on the left, drag Toggle and place it just below the account pick list. In the Properties panel, fill in the details as follows. For the API name, enter update, toggle. For the label, type, if this contact already exists, update the existing record. For the active label, enter update existing. For the inactive label, enter create other contact. Click done, then save. And that's it. Your screen now captures a name, an account, and a clear user choice about whether to update or create a contact. When you're done, click the back arrow in the top left corner of Flow Builder to return to the list of flows. You'll see new contact listed. Click it to reopen the flow whenever you need to make more changes. Let's give it a quick test. Above the canvas, click Run. Your screen will open so you can enter a name, choose an account from the list, and switch the toggle to update or create. When you're finished, click Finish. Right now, nothing is saved because we haven't added any data operations yet, so the flow simply resets. That's expected at this stage, and that's it. You've built and run your first flow screen. So what did we achieve? While you verify your challenge, you learned how to create a screen flow from scratch. You built form components that capture user input. You created a record variable to hold those details, and you connected it all using Flow Builder's intuitive drag and drop interface. This is your foundation. From here, you'll learn to make decisions, perform lookups, and automate record creation or updates. And that's it. Your very first Salesforce flow is up and running. If you found this walkthrough helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Declarative Academy for more Salesforce tutorials just like this one.